Charlie second hand.
Yeah, what do you give me on, like, a hound bowel in cash?
What is a hound bowel?
From a dog.
48 minutes of dogs barking. 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 Growl. Growl. 48 minutes of dogs barking. 48 minutes of dogs barking.
Autism announcement. Autism announcement.
You must now leave the blocks. You must now leave the Lego blocks.
Well, I'm into trains now. Yeah.
Oh, boy. Yeah. So
Our very special boy president said, what is it? Nothing
bad happens,
only good happen. Speaking of autism alert, welcome to 48 Minutes of Dogs Barking. My name's Jason, that's Brian.
I only have 2 beverages, so I'm not fully tizzed out right now.
Is that how it works? Okay.
Yeah, I was actually like sitting at work at lunch, and I had a protein shake, water, and a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And I just took a photo of it, and one of my coworkers just looks at me and goes like, "Why are you taking a photo of your drinks?" And I'm like, "Well, there's like a running joke about people who are neurotypical and having multiple beverages." And they go, "Oh yeah, I do the same thing." And I was like, "Yeah, this is why we talk." I don't think some of the people that I have the most conversations with at work realize the reason I talk to you, because I recognize something in me that is also in you, and it's not the evil of the Antichrist.
Right.
It's having neurospicy tendencies.
Yeah, we've got a touch of the tism.
I found my people.
So our beautiful wet president and his equally weird crony RFK Jr. announced the other day their autism announcement. Basically was that...
Oh, shit. Did I say neurotypical or neurodivergent?
You said neurotypical, but I think it's funnier that way.
I've got that normal brain.
Exactly.
I got that normal brain.
So those two wet brain dead morons came out and
said... The
said...
guy who literally has a dead brain worm.
That's true. They came out and said that...
A dead brain parasite.
They
from eating the skunk ape in the Everglades with a little bit of malted vinegar.
Well, yeah, because how else do you eat that? Yeah, no, I get it.
It loosens up the towel.
So they're basically saying that during pregnancy, if you take acetaminophen, I said it in one take, I don't want to hear this, but if you take acetaminophen, which is the generic name for the name brand Tylenol, while you're pregnant, your baby's going to have the tism. This is based in no science at all.
Yeah.
So TikTok did what it does best. This, according to Know Your Meme, September 22nd, Grace Boyle 8 shared a video of herself taking a Tylenol pill with a caption reading, "Here's me, a pregnant woman, taking Tylenol because I believe in science and not someone who has no medical background."
Oh, her account's private.
Oh, yep. She got hit by the chud wave.
Human thumbs filing one by one.
At Afraid of No Woman 2.0. At Afraid of No Woman 2.0 responded with a text caption reading, "Trump, don't use Tylenol. Democrats now chugging bottles of Tylenol." On TikTok, it's just, okay.
Then it's it?
5 seconds of a silent video of him eating. But then people are claiming that people are chugging Tylenol. First of all, unless it's some formulation I've not heard of, you take Tylenol in the form of a pill. I think there is a liquid Tylenol, isn't there?
Yeah.
But yeah, like people like Liz very into like scrolling through social media and seeing pregnant women chug Tylenol just because of their TDS, Trump derangement syndrome, is absolutely wild. And the videos in question are usually parodies, right? People taking the piss.
Yes, they're making fun of, but the chud has no funny bone.
No sense of humor. That's why conservative comedy's terrible. Yeah, let me see if I can find one of these here. J Camp 96. Me rattling Tylenol in front of conservatives with a headache now that they've, quote, linked it to autism.
The shaking it and then
No.
That's what's up.
Yeah, a lot of people being like, I took Tylenol my entire pregnancy. Zack Zone, for example. I took Tylenol my entire pregnancy. My son has autism. I gave it to him because I'm also autistic. It's genetic. It's like, yeah, that's the point. Like, Tylenol. Okay, man. Like, come on.
We really do live in a dumb timeline. For the record, no tangible evidence that taking Tylenol while pregnant will cause autism.
Correct.
Yes.
And also, speaking of TikTok, obviously the rapture that was supposed to happen didn't happen, and a lot of great jokes came out of that. But, you know, it's not my first rapture prediction that went awry.
Yeah, 2012.
2012. I think there was supposed to be one in 2020 as well. There have been a couple.
Yeah, and I feel like if you're someone that listens to this podcast, you've probably have experienced enough riffing and explanation of rapture talk in the last couple weeks that we're not going to beat that dead horse.
Cruise right past it and just say like, well, you're stuck here with us. Sorry, bud.
You're not stuck. I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me.
That's right. So I saw this ad, as did others, on Instagram the other day. I meant to lead with this, but I got kind of caught up in the moment with the Tylenol thing. A company called Specs, S-P-E-K-S, has paid for Instagram to show me this ad. And it is an ad with a person's hand and what look like two giant-size gummy lifesavers on their hands and thumb. And it says, meetings suck, but Gump helps. And I was then reminded of this ad by Twitter user at Diabolical Spuds, a.k.a. Microplastics Revelator, and their post, which reads, I've been staring at this goddamn Instagram ad, trying to figure out what it is trying to sell me, and it just keeps getting funnier the longer I cannot figure it out. What is your best guess as to what
I'm
Specs
guessing some
Gump
sort of fidget toy?
Got it in one. It's called the Gump Loop. The Gump Loop is a soft, according to the GetSpecs.com website, soft and squishy stress loops with a memory gel filling in a rainbow of colors. Now, to my perverted brain, you have to understand.
This looks like a really interesting cock ring.
Cock ring, a pocket pussy. I was trying to figure out what it was supposed to be. But yeah, you're supposed to just like squeeze it and like put your thumb in it and do, kind of futz around with it. It's a fidget thing, supposedly. It's a squishy. Right? You're supposed to be able to squish it. And here's a photo of someone squishing it. Right? Mm-hmm. You got pinching it with the fingers. A little video of it. Meet GumpLoop. It's just a little guy.
Just a little fidget toy. Okay.
Now, what really got me is that someone had very clearly got the joke and added this review by Meow. 5 stars. The headline of the review is, I love gumping it. Straight up gumping it right now. And then the body of the review is simply, I love gumping it. 79 people have listed this review helpful.
Amazing.
Nadina, 5 stars as well. Headline, meeting sucks, but this swallows. Meetings suck. But with my new Gump, meetings can be a lot more fun. With its perfect shape, soft mochi-like insides, and a good-size hole to fit anything in, to fidget, of course, LOLs, it's perfect and quite enough to enjoy during meetings, dinner, anywhere that doesn't have a see-through table. Thanks, Specs.
Thanks.
The G, also 5 stars. Great fit, can take a beating. Fits perfect. Tony B, a verified buyer. 5 stars, but to be continued, they say. These things were too satisfying, but for some reason it didn't last too long with me. So yes.
And same thing with the pocket pussy I returned to Dr. John's. They got real mad at me, but I'm like, this didn't work.
I just blew it out. I don't know.
Just blew it.
You really want to talk about something that set off my claustrophobia remotely. It's the Daily Dot. The headline, woman gets trapped in cruise ship water slide and people are calling it their worst nightmare. Yes, in a series of videos. Kayla Mirzlewski, It's the best you're going to get. Of course, it included the nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday sounds. She's on a cruise, taking one of the water slides. It's going out over actual ocean water, as you can see from the video here. There she is, stuck.
That fucking sucks.
In a tube over water and trying to like shimmy her way out. Terrifying. Because, yeah, you're just suspended over the ocean and you're stuck in a tube. That's a nightmare. And apparently there have been a number of these. Here's one from IX Mr. Wolf XI. This guy gets almost all the way up and then back and forth. And then same thing, stuck at the bottom. And he has to kind of get himself out.
He had a little bit more luck.
Just a little.
But I can see that being, if you're not like a water person, being really terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like enclosed tube water slides. I'll do some pretty crazy shit, but the enclosed ones where you're in the darkness for too long, not really my thing.
After a bit of investigation, they found out that this was a Norwegian cruise line ship. It's called the Norwegian Bliss. They went to Mexico, Cabo, and Ensenada. There apparently is, according to 9 Mr. Wolf 11, okay, according to 9 Mr. Wolf 11, someone asked him, how can you escape? And he says, there is an escape hatch you have to crawl back to, and they let you out. Thankfully, there is an alarm to let them know you are stuck. Apparently, he has nothing but the best to say about his Norwegian cruise line holiday. Quote, aside from the slide, it was a great trip, and they definitely had the best drink package. So,
oh, well,
I guess I'll go, but I'm not getting on that slide.
No, yeah,
that?
I mean, like, that's I feel like if you have an experience like that on a cruise, and you're still like, yeah, it was still pretty good. Like, I guess
it had to be a damn good cruise.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Never been on a cruise. Doesn't seem like my vibe, but like, obviously, he wasn't terribly fazed by.
It's a lot of food, a lot of mid entertainment. The booze package pays for itself as far as, things to do, because there's a lot more bars than there are anything else on any given ship.
One of my guitar teachers growing up, teaching guitar was his off-season thing, and his in-season job was...
Oh, did he work on a
He worked on a cruise as a musician, and he was a mighty fine guitar player. I remember he had the biggest pickled nose I've ever seen in my life. Like, just like a real, like an R. Crumb drawing.
Like a real radish, yeah.
Really, like, incredibly sweet human being, and, like, taught me a lot of stuff. But I just remember, like, his nose and his huge-ass mustache, and he's, well, Brian, it's really nice teaching you, but I've got to get back to the waves.
Did he talk like that? Was
Yeah.
that his... Oh, my God.
He kind of talked like Alan.
Okay.
Without the accent.
Okay.
Just like that kind of meter, like
yeah.
that kind of low.
Very measured. He's very...
Yes.
Okay.
What do you mean you forgot the chicken nuggets?
I knew it was coming, but it still got me. And so from being stuck in a slide to being stuck inside, that's right, New York Times bringing us this, the headline, ditch the dating apps, sit at the bar. One influencer's advice has given some singles the permission and confidence to look for love offline. It's sit at the bar September.
Oh, seeing we're in the last week of September, we might have to make it sit at the bar. No,
I mean, this was published 2 days ago, so
okay.
Yeah, I don't know. But Lori Cooper, the woman in question, is pictured here, and
looks like she's having a great time.
Oh yeah, she's having a blast. Ella Quittner wrote this. Earlier this month, the elder influence Lori Cooper, whose Instagram bio reads, I am an icon, everyone knows who I am, posted a video outlining her latest dating communique. Ditch the apps and go sit at the bar this September. 700,000 views later, we're here with the New York Times. It says she goes out 7 nights a week trawling for new recommendations for her followers, like the Standard of the Meatpacking District and Felix in Soho. This means nothing to me because I don't live in the only city in the world, but all right.
I think what they're trying to lay out is that she is one in a long line of interesting New York City nightlife people.
Characters,
Yes.
if you will. Yes. And apparently it's gotten to a point where actual restaurants are using the phrase to market cocktails, and it is driving singles to the bar. Here is one of Lori Cooper Realty, by the way. So, kind of a weird thing. New York Realtor? Giving me advice?
You know what? I mean, everyone's got to have a side hustle.
But yes, a number of, she says it's Miss Cooper, a real estate agent from Brooklyn, began doling out recommendations on social media last year after a memorable stunt on The Real Housewives of New York. Giving advice felt natural, she said, and she thrills to followers who reach back out to say that her tips worked. Miss Cooper, who declined to confirm her age, works with her son Michael, 48, on her videos. He is single, in parentheses. All right, y'all. All right. Hell yeah. Set him up. Yes, a lot of people are saying, hey, it's a good thing. Here we are at the bar. It's fun. But I just like the phrase, sit at the bar September. Miss Cooper, the article ends, who lost her husband to COVID, channels sit at the bar September to make friends. Sit at the bar, talk to people, cross your legs. Wait a minute. I thought this was about dating.
What a great little piece, because I can actually say from personal experience, sitting at the bar is a really great way if you're feeling social. When I was a more fun individual and worked like in social media and stuff, there were a couple bars around some of the accounts that I helped with that I would like do work from.
Yeah.
Like I would grab a sandwich, grab a beer.
Sure.
And knock out some work. And yeah. Sitting at the bar really does open up a lot of social instances. If anything, you get to, like, if it's a lunchtime, late afternoon, might just strike up a conversation with the bartender and all of a sudden find out you both like the same kind of music or something, or you know the same people or something like that. Like, right. It's really an underrated move, and I think it's something that we kind of lost. Like, it also depends on the bar, because that same bar that I'm talking about now is just so fucking busy. I would never want to sit at the fucking bar anymore. I'm just like thinking about all the times like I just went to a bar, like I had like a half hour to kill, grab a beer, sit at the bar, end up like talking to someone.
Yeah,
and like sometimes they might have been a woman. I don't like.
Right. That wasn't the objective.
It wasn't the objective. It was really just like I need to kill some time, and you meet someone. I would say with the atomization of all aspects of our social lives and all that, we could all stand to sit at the bar this September.
Amen to that. A bit of a downer for our last What's Hot Classic story, but one that needs to be talked about. 2 separate videos hit the internet this week of comedians talking shit on the Riyadh Comedy Festival. The first one I saw was Zack Woods. If you're not familiar with Zack Woods, you actually are. You've seen him in The Office and Silicon Valley and a lot of other places, but those are the 2 big ones. On his personal TikTok, he came out and said, well, this.
Guys, it's that special time of year. It's the Riyadh Comedy Festival. And all of your favorite comedians are performing at the pleasure of Turki Al-Sheikh. And he is the head of the entertainment authority over there. And he has so many people thrown in prison because they tweeted stuff he didn't like about the soccer team or whatever, that there's a wing of a prison nicknamed after him where they hang people by their heels from the ceiling. Now, there's a lot of drips, killjoys, and dweebazoids who are saying, they shouldn't do comedy over there because it's whitewashing a regime that just in June killed a journalist and killed Jamal Khashoggi and played a big role in 9/11. Shut up. Name one comedian who hasn't whored themselves out to a dictator. Sinbad in the 80s would go perform for dying Nazis hidden out in Argentina. Mr. Bean would do private shows for Idi Amin. Me and Bibi Netanyahu have collaborated. I pitched him a prank show called The West Bank, where it's hilarious. Like, people in masks show up and eject people from their homes, and they're terrified. They just traumatize these families, and then they can never come home. And it's been going on for years, but this season has been like action-packed. And it's a prank show, but there's also a true crime element because it violates international law and people have been killed a lot. Let's not get our, moral panties yanked up, wedged high in our rumps. Human Rights Watch has been begging the comedians not to participate in the whitewashing of the horrors that are ongoing in Saudi Arabia. Ugh, what a cock block Human Rights Watch is for comedy. Let's have some fun, let's have some yucks, and let's not look too closely at anything. I'm a hypocrite too.
I do like that he ends up with "I'm a hypocrite too." To me, that feels very real. And of course, Marc Maron, no stranger to burning some bridges while he's at it.
Oh wow, Bill Burr is performing.
Bill Burr, Pete Davidson, Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, Aziz Ansari, quite a few
Pete
folks.
Davidson lost his father in 9/11.
Yeah, not great.
Dog, they did it to you, and you said thank you.
Yeah. So here's Marc.
Well, there's a Riyadh Comedy Festival. I don't know if you heard about that. This is true. There's a Riyadh, Saudi Arabia Comedy Festival. I mean, how do you even promote that? You know, like, from the folks that brought you 9/11, 2 weeks of laughter in the desert. Don't miss it. I mean, the same guy that's going to pay them is the same guy that paid that guy to bonesaw Jamal Khashoggi and put him in a fucking suitcase. But don't let that stop the yucks. It's going to be a good time. Full disclosure, I was not asked to perform at the Riyadh Comedy Festival, so it's kind of easy for me to take the high road on this one. Easy to maintain your integrity when no one's offering to buy it out, you know.
They don't have stamps.com over there.
Saudi Arabia Comedy Festival.
Yeah.
Fucking Aziz Ansari, who's going to be here in St. Louis in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I know.
I made a joke to someone that it's really cool they got Aziz the headline because it's cool, he's coming to the sex pest capital of St. Hey, who doesn't like listening to women?
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
I was going to ask for consent, but then my tummy hurt.
I kept on asking her if she wanted to hang out, and then she said she had a boyfriend, and I was like, fine.
I carried this printer all the way to her place.
No. We are not mixing those.
I know. I'm sorry. That's a little too far. I know.
But yeah, he's a sorry headlining a comedy festival here. It's as I put to someone Aziz Ansari, his whole controversy is yeah, it just sounds shitty. I don't know if that makes the dude a predator or most certainly sex pest or sex pest adjacent.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I would never give the dude a ride to the airport.
Right. He's just kind of weird.
It's just I'm not gonna go out of my way
to
interact or be shady to this dude, but I'm also not gonna let him borrow my favorite cookbook.
Yeah, he's just it kind of gives me the ick. There's nothing else to it.
Yeah.
It's just kind of I don't know, man. Sure, I'll come to your show, but we're not hanging out afterwards. We're not
getting a photo with you.
No.
I'm just also thinking about how many people I know that are performing at that comedy festival that must have gotten really bummed when Aziz got announced as a headliner. Because if it was Louis C.K., at least Louis C.K. is funny.
I don't know. I don't think he's been funny for a while.
No,
I haven't seen anything new of his that made me go, "Oh, I'm so glad he's back."
You know what? Maybe the whole jacking off in front of women without their implied consent really robbed him of his muse.
Yeah, he's well, I can't do the thing. I can't do my pre-show ritual anymore. Shit.
Call up Sarah Silverman. Apparently, she was game.
Yeah, she's weird on her own, so it's a whole other. Well, speaking of weird, that's right. It's Crypto Scam of the Week time.
You're listening to 48 Minutes of Dogs Barking, the podcast.
And now it's time for the Crypto Scam of the Week.
Oh, boy. You sent this to me, and it really fucked with me.
Yeah.
I really don't know where to begin with it. I guess we'll start...
It's dark out in those Solana trenches, man.
So I guess we'll start with what you sent, which was at CryptoCalendarX on Twitter. The siren emoji, a new king of scams emerges in the crypto world. A man with a disability launched the 120 hours token, claiming he had only 120 hours to live. He promised not to scam, as he said he'd die soon. Investors believed him, and in just a few hours, the coin raked in over $500,000. Predictably, the author deleted the community and disappeared with the funds. Warning sign emoji, crypto scams are real, always stay cautious. Hashtag crypto scam, hashtag scam. And I did find an article there, the Street Roundtable, under their crypto investing header. Mahib Qureshi writing here. And yes, a pump.fun meme coin called 120 Hours hit a peak of $534,000 before its developer, who claimed he was dying, drained liquidity and vanished. On September 17th, a crypto trader said he had been, quote, rugged by a disabled dev. In a post shared by a Twitter user who goes by the pseudonym @EveCoins, the user claimed the developer said he had only 120 hours to live, that trading fees would go to his family, and that he didn't even know what a rug pull was. Well, that's how you know.
I'm just a will guy. I'm just a will guy who's got 120 hours to live. I don't know. What does it mean to pull up liquidity?
Exactly.
You wouldn't hit a disabled guy with glasses, would you?
Oh, God. Yeah, the project page on pump.fun, which I think might still be up, let's say.
Someone has just been posting this is going to go to 1 million
for several days in a row now. Please, someone create community. We can send this and donate to people in need.
The Solana trenches are the fucking...
That is grim.
It is... Pump.fun is like a real fucking... dry firing a Glock 17 at strangers on the highway for fun kind of thing.
Just wilding out. Yeah. I mean,
like,
look at this chart,
if you were if you were doing like a spirit bomb as every Kia kid.
Oh, God. Jesus.
That's what Pump.fun is. It's like the Rotten.com of finance.
Oof, Maron. Yeah, I get it. But let me look at this chart. Fucking
sucks.
Yeah, this is the 24-hour.
You got your double top.
Yep.
And just
straight down.
That 1 hour chart looks real rough.
Woo-wee.
The Twin Towers.
Yeah, no joke. Jesus
Christ. And like you can see like someone tried to pump it.
Yep.
And they kind of pumped it to like a 5x, but then like it just bounced it right back down.
Yep.
A couple people probably made like a secondary liquidity play, but damn, that's sad. So we find out who the little...
No.
I mean, he's dead. We know what? We just got to find out. We just got to look at the obituaries of find a severely disabled man who died of approximately 120 hours after this rugged.
Token's Twitter profile also disappeared, taking with it the bio and any visibility.
This paragraph right here really, really sums it up. Pump.fun's model has enabled many such episodes. According to Dune Data, a large share of accounts that interact with Pump.fun tokens are currently operating at a loss. One study found that about 6% of wallet addresses on Pump.fun are losing money. Of those, over 1,700 addresses suffered losses more of $100K each. 46 wallets reported losses above $1 million.
46 people have lost over $1 million.
That's fucking insane.
I can't imagine that these are whales, right? It feels like these are somewhat...
There was some guy who'd been trying to long Ethereum over and fucking over and just getting stopped out. He's lost over $45 million.
God damn.
And he's down to his last 500K. And I feel like if I had gotten $45 million out of crypto, call it a day.
Yeah.
I ain't that greedy.
Yeah. You're ahead. Let's go.
Fucking, yeah, I mean, at some point you gotta kill that playing with house money mentality.
Get your chips, go home, or get a hotel for the night. You're done. Games, we're done playing. And yeah, editor's note, because Pump.fun makes it easy to issue coins, emotional narratives like those involving illness or personal crisis can become powerful tools for marketing. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man.
See, if I did a Pump.fun, I would make it every milestone for market cap. I would post another photo of one of my insanely illogical bowel movements. Y'all want to see some weird turds?
Doo-doo coin.
Pump that coin.
So this is the photo that the guy apparently tried to use as his... apparently they said he was live.
Yeah.
Said he was live on it. So, I mean, he might be disabled. It does kind of look like the Fred Brennan setup. Although he's not...
Got the trachea.
But again, how much of that is props? How much of that is...
I don't even...
You gotta wonder.
He's a Giants fan. So
You got a Venice Beach license plate behind him, so okay, we got kind of a...
Everything's everywhere. Like, it's all over the place. Like, you're seeing...
We got a Saints and a Giants. Venice Beach. You can't pin this guy down anywhere.
Yeah, you got the Saints board, football field for, like, his lap board. There's just a lot going on. A lot of conflicting things. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. I can't make heads or tails of it. I'm pretty sure there's a... trying to read that thing in the background, but it looks like a starting lineup for another football team whose logo I can't make out. But yeah, I mean, he's got 2 saline bags. He's got the Rodecaster fucking podcast mic with the fuzzy dice hanging off it, the adaptive keyboard. I don't know. It just feels bad, man. If you are disabled and you can bilk people out of $500,000, okay, sure, but also. Really? I don't know, man. I'm of 2 thoughts on the subject, right? Sure, get your bag, king, or whatever, but also, like, that's fucked, bro. I have 120 hours to live. This is going to go to my family. And then you fuck off to, buy a Lambo or some shit. It just bothers me.
See, if I were him, I would use that money to become the Toxic Avenger.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yes.
I want to become Citizen Toxie.
Fuck yeah.
I've got
Let's
approximately $500,000 in Solana.
Exactly. What can you do for me?
What can you do for me, Doc?
I need to be Sergeant Kabuki Man. I want to be that main guy from Class of Nukem High or something.
I want to become a Lloyd Kaufman OC.
Mm-hmm. You could probably buy a cameo in a Lloyd Kaufman movie for that much. $500,000.
I bet for $500,000, Lloyd
you could
Kaufman
fund an entire movie.
I was gonna say Lloyd Kaufman would go down on you.
He seems like the kind of guy.
What I'm getting at is I think he would suck a cock for the bit.
Oh, sure. Have you seen his movies? Of course he would. Speaking of depressing, our main topic tonight is Hoogerbrugge. Now, I know what you may be saying. 3 years into the show and it took you this long to get to Hoogerbrugge. I know. Everybody, look, I've heard the fans calling for it. It's been on my mind for a long time. We got to get to Hoogerbrugge. I get it. We're
still trying to get Virgil Texas on here.
Working day and night.
Justin, return my DMs, man. It's okay. This is a safe space.
Jesus,
we're all trad cath now.
No.
We're all trad cath.
No,
we're praying the rosary.
No.
We're every single day. I come to the tabernacle.
I disavow
where
this.
Jason is posting, and then he leaves, and then I take my steed at the tabernacle, which is an old Sony netbook, and then I post.
Okay.
The Posting Tabernacle.
Posting Tabernacle.
It's got the Eucharist taped to the back of it.
Over the... No. The Eucharist is taped over the webcam, so you can't... that's how that works. Blood of Christ is just like a beatbox, those box wines.
Yeah. The real dirtbags. The Eucharist tape. God, as a Protestant piece of shit, this is
know.
All, Catholicism will never not be funny and like fascinating to me because it's like y'all just like I was raised Southern Baptist, which is just like you're a terrible person. Now fuck you, give me your money.
Yeah,
and Catholicism's like I don't know, we got this dude's pinky bone, like that adds more legitimacy to like the hundreds and hundreds of years of history, right? We got the raccoon penis bone of Saint Bartholomew, who was the first guy to DP a nun.
That is quite a feat, I gotta say. That's one of the reasons he's a saint.
Yeah.
He's got to have 3 miracles.
That and the buggery.
Well, that, yeah. No, Hoogerbrugge, Brian, I love to say it. It's Hoogerbrugge. It's a gentleman's last name. It's a Dutch digital artist. Full name, Hans Hoogerbrugge. Again, I will just continue to have fun saying it. But yes, an artist who did internet art, a great series called The Modern Living Neurotica. There was an interactive series called Hotel, and also just a number of really cool things on the web. So starting in 1998, Hoogerbrugge's Modern Living / Neurotica series, which was, he called it an ongoing self-portrait, chronicled his life as an artist in the 90s. The website does still work. You just have to go to Chrome because Firefox is being a little bitch about it.
That's really depressing when you're like, well, you gotta view it in Chrome.
Mm-hmm. ML.Hoogerbrugge. You can see and hear all of these wonderful pieces of odd digital art. So this here is one of the last ones, number 95, Fume Fume, from February of 2001. It depicts the artist himself laying in a camp chair. I think he's got a smoke in his hand, and he's kind of floating over a background, a little white noise going. But early on, it was simply animated GIFs of the artist, just showing things like him pulling his own teeth out with a wrench, or holding his breath and have someone poking him in the ear. There's this one here where he's scooping out his eyeball with a spoon and eating it. You've got this one here of the artist, again, reading a newspaper but then getting swatted by one as though he was a fly. We've got him here. He paints his face black, draws on eyes and mouth, and then scrubs it clean, and then starts all over. So these animated GIF loops were fascinating because it's just this artist doing these weird self-portraits. Here's one where his head shrinks and expands. Here's another one where he blows cigarette smoke that turns into himself, and then he switches places in the frame. We've got one here where he blows up a balloon, flies away, opens his face to show you his spinning skull.
Oh, dude, it's like a Rob Zombie music video.
Catches a fly on his tongue. There's some other ones that get more weird and graphic. I believe there's one where he puts a gun to his head, and it's the fake gun that has the bang flag, but it does go through his head, and he falls over, making tea, but then sticking the stirrer in his ear and then stirring his coffee with it, or his tea with it, setting himself on fire as though he's a candle and being blown out, burning his face off with the sun only to get it back. Just a really interesting series of GIFs. Here's him playing darts on his own forehead.
This feels like something, 25 years ago, you would show a friend and be like, dude, check this out.
Right.
This is cool. There's nothing else, like, this is different.
So one of the first ones to use Flash was this one called Live Forever. You have to click this little red speaker. Starts an animation where he's being boiled on a stove.
Oh no, he's like the chocolate ape.
He did it first. Retribution, where he's firing a gun, chopping himself in it. It's this endless loop of him injuring himself. Now this one is fun. It's called Teacher. A young boy on a tricycle, and you have a choice. A bag of crisps comes by, and you can take it or leave it. So let's go ahead and hit leave it. And then the artist comes and kicks the boy in the head and walks off. And then it loops again. You can choose to take it or leave it. So if we take it, the kid just continues on until he gets the apple. So we take it or leave it. We say leave it. Okay. And this pack of cigarettes. Let's take that. We're leaving the bottled water. We're leaving the healthy things. There's a beer. Gotta take the beer. Yeah. So it was this kind of interactive project that Hans Hoogerbrugge was doing. 95 different Flash animations on this modern living, and there's some that are really cool interactive. This one here is he's holding up a mask in front of his face, and then you as the viewer/user are moving his face behind the mask. It's kind of like a sub-layer.
Feels like very 1990s, like multimedia, trippy shit. Mm-hmm. And I mean that in a really complimentary way.
Right. This one is called Rash, where you move your mouse over his face and a spiky rash thing spikes out of his head. Set to ominous droning David Lynch music. So that's modern living. That's but one part of the Hoogerbrugge website. Again, it started with animated GIFs, went to Flash. He kind of did, it says he did 100 episodes. Some of the episodes are just a looping GIF, but
yeah.
He did appear on Albino Black Sheep with the music video for a band called Wiggle, and the song's called Flow. So here's a music video that he created. It's still up on Albino Black Sheep. As the music video goes, you can hover over the guy to get God or dog, and then if you click the guy above him, you can have him fish this guy up. God, dog, God, accompanied by an explosion. There's another piece of the video where you can click on a guy sitting on an eyeball, and he falls off the eyeball. which then zooms out to two guys beating each other up, but it's very, very, very zoomed out, and you have to continue clicking on it. And then as you go, you're choosing which guy is beating up the other guy. There's two guys, they're all pixelated. And then as you click, the music gets louder, and then there's knockout, right? There's a self-portrait of the artist playing basketball with an eyeball. You click on the artist himself, and he turns around. He's got Superman written on his back, and then a wall of text, complete with, again, the artist spinning around a series of chairs. A heart appears on screen, it bursts, and all the words go away. And then you have, again, Hans Hoogerbrugge sitting in a chair with the director's megaphone, and if you click him, he screams. There's the artist's head, which has a black goo that's vibrating with the music, and as you move your mouse, his eyes follow your mouse. You can make him cross in the middle. Seeing if I can make him sick by spinning. Nope.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
Again, feels really cool. Like this is like a multimedia demo that came with like your compact.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what internet art was, just kind of playing with the medium and seeing what you could get away with. And anyway, that's a little bit of flow there. It was kind of fun. There was Hotel, which is an interactive story. A lot of these bits, a lot of the interactive stuff, sadly, is not well recorded. A lot of it doesn't work as well. I'm trying to find more of Hotel, but sadly, not a lot that we can recover. The Internet Archive can only do so much. Ruffle can only do so much. But yeah, Submarine Channel was who he did the work for. Submarine Channel was itself kind of a artist collective on the web, specifically focusing on animation. They did some docs, shorts, a lot of games. There was another series, Flash shorts, called Nails. 27 of the shorts were made. Not a lot of them still survive, sadly. He did a number of music videos.
Yeah.
He did a lot of music videos for the band The Young Punks. He did a music video in 2009 for the Pet Shop Boys. Ooh. The song Love, Etc. And this one for the Young Punks I thought was really funny. It's You've Got To, Norman Cook, that's right, Fatboy Slim, remixing this one.
Oh, I've seen this before. Yeah, this is really neat.
Well, you've seen the work of Hans Hoogerbrugge. Is it me or does the Young Punks guy sound like Howlin' P? But yeah, I mean, you kind of get the idea of the style, kind of absurd, colorful sometimes straight up monochrome.
Sorry, one of the side videos was Alex Jones rants to an indie folk song, and
yeah.
The only funny ones of those are the Sega CD.
Yes.
FMV ones.
Absolutely.
You gotta fight in the InfoWars.
So very few interviews with Hans Hoogerbrugge exists. Of course, he did one with Submarine Channel, who hosts his work. So this was from... So it's got no byline, unless I missed it. Let me see. No byline. But the interviewer begins by describing Hans Hoogerbrugge as follows. His internet adventure started at the end of the 90s when he downloaded a GIF animation program from the net. He dropped some images into the program and voila, modern living was born. Hans Hoogerbrugge has come a long way since those first GIF loops. His pioneering interactive web animations have been eye-openers to a lot of artists and designers who set out to explore the possibilities of the web for their own work. One of the main characters in the Modern Living / Neurotica and Nails series is Hoogerbrugge himself, or rather, a warped, twitching, and confused reflection of himself. He presents his existentialist vision of life in the turbulent Western world, laced with offbeat humor and rich irony. Nothing is what it seems in Hoogerbrugge's universe, but in a strange, contradictory way, that is something of a reassurance. He was asked about the series Hotel. He said, long stories aren't my thing. I wanted to hold on to the idea that on the web, the way you watch something is different. I myself don't have the time to follow a long story on the web. I want to watch something short and move on. Boy, he really called his shot way ahead of TikTok and Vine and Instagram shorts. He says he basically made everything that he's made for someone like him. This particular series, Hotel, because he thinks that every 10 seconds something visually interesting should be happening. Because the biggest part of the film is not the action. You've introduced the characters. You need to get interested in them, get to know them a little before you get into the action. I don't think that would work on the web. It would take way too much time. On the web, things need to be short. The humor in my work, he says, it's very important to seduce people to enter it. So the humor in my work has to do with that. It doesn't have to always make you laugh, but humor is a good starting point to make my work more approachable. What about your characters? Well, most of them are friends and acquaintances. Can you explain how you turn video into animation? I load the video on my PC and pick stills that express the movement I'm looking for, and then I trace them. So he's rotoscoping.
Interesting. And it also explains like the fluid movement and everything.
Oh, for sure. Where does your fascination with neurosis come from? That came from the first animated series I did, Neurotica, back when 28K modems were the standard. To keep the file size low meant that I had to make very short animations. I wanted the characters to make funny gestures and moves. If you loop those movements, you've got neurotic behavior. Nowadays, we don't bother about file size limitations anymore, but I still use these repetitive movements and gestures because it works so well. I like creating a character that is completely self-absorbed, someone who's keeping himself busy with something utterly stupid. The fact that he keeps repeating himself emphasizes the stupidity of it. Now, is he calling himself out a little bit there?
Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little
bit. I never called it neurosis myself. I prefer to use the word neurotica, erotica of a neurotic person. The character in Neurotica is not a person suffering from an actual neurosis, but, when you're bored or you're just sitting around doing something and suddenly you wonder what the hell it is you're doing. It's like lip syncing in front of the bathroom mirror. You only do that when no one else is around to see you, or picking your nose. Private stuff. And the question is asked, is that why you started out using yourself as a model? Because some things are too embarrassing to ask someone else to do. He says, for sure. But also because I wanted to have a regular character. I wanted to see what it would be like to see a comic book character age over time. You can see my character getting older. The hair is thinning and he's gaining weight. Someday there will be a moment when this character is no longer around. Because he's dead. Well, yeah, never tell me the Dutch have it all figured out. Here's, in your work, are you trying to comment on the zeitgeist? I always try to create a kind of time capsule, he says. What I'm hoping for is that in 20 years' time, when you see my work, you'll think of it as very 20 years ago. In a way, I want the events of 9/11 to be reflected in the character's actions. I want to tap into a kind of a universal feeling that people can relate to because each character is the expression of someone who's living in this age and time. So, yeah, he's very conscious of that. What inspires Hans Hoogerbrugge? In terms of atmosphere, the films of Tarantino and David Lynch. Called it. Right? But in general, I'm much more inspired by artists like Damien Hirst and Matthew Barney than any particular film. Okay, Matthew Barney, I certainly see it. Mm-hmm. The same thing goes for music. I'm going through a personal Depeche Mode revival period. Okay.
Man, yeah, okay. Yeah, I can also see that.
In terms of drawing style, have you heard of Winsor McKay for Little Nemo? He's a brilliant comic artist. During those first 5 years of making Little Nemo, he single-handedly invented all the basic rules of comics. Those rules still apply, even today.
Yep. Man, yeah. And if you haven't seen the Little Nemo animation,
oh yeah,
it is the current copyright holder. They have it uploaded in 1080p on YouTube, and it is a must-watch. It is such a, it's such a amazing and very cool animation. Mickey Rooney is in it, I believe.
Yes.
There's some really interesting vocal talent, and this is that's also one of the first instances of technically anime coming over to the Western market, and also a really great NES game.
Oh yeah, it sure was. You can get a really cool DVD called Modern Living: The Graphic Universe of Hans Hoogerbrugge on DVD.
Oh shit.
He also made a series called Pro Stress with writer Paul Hall. It went from August 2006 to October 2006, so it didn't last very long, but it was a daily comic strip type of thing. It was something daily. Paul would write some writing, Han would make some art, and they'd kind of slap them together. It was pretty neat. But sadly, a lot of those, even the Internet Archive is not coming through for me in this one. You can get the Pro Stress books that were out in 2010, 2011. And you can also find clumsiness and awkwardness. I think it was Hans Hoogerbrugge wrote a thing that said, Facebook killed my website. The headline, Facebook killed my website. He writes, in 2008, I published my book, Modern Living, The Graphic Universe of Hans Hoogerbrugge, about my activities since 1998, when I discovered the internet as a perfect medium for my art. Or should I say, a medium that inspired me to become the art that has become my trademark. I joined Facebook in the same year that Modern Living book came out. I signed up out of curiosity, as I'd done previously with Friendster, MySpace, Hives, and many others. I never intended to actually use these sites. I never thought they were something for me. I just wanted to see what they were all about. Although at first I didn't publish anything on my Facebook page, friendship requests kept arriving. In 2008, I started the Pro Stress series, a daily web comic presented at prostress.com. Since the website didn't attract the number of visitors I hoped for, I started using social media to promote the Pro Stress comic, and it worked. Not only that, after a while, I spent more time on Facebook and Twitter than anywhere else on the web. I even forgot my own website. I use Facebook and Twitter to communicate about my work. It's much easier, and you reach more people because nobody visits my websites anymore. Facebook killed my website, but I made a book. That's how he signs out. Yeah. He is, I believe, still on Twitter. Posted 20 hours ago.
Oh, speaking in the not real language of Dutch.
Come on now.
As someone that was Duolingoing Dutch for a couple months, it is... I understand why the Dutch have adapted to speaking English.
Yeah.
As much as they do, because like... Nuken the Kuken, you know, all the.
Oh no! It looks like the Hoogerbrugge is now being parked by somebody who joined in May with one person following. Damn. Facebook, any luck? Facebook.com/Hans Hoogerbrugge. Last post June of 2023. Boo. Let's see. Instagram. HGRBRGG. Instagram. Let's see.
Huh.
Okay, let's see. When is this post from? 24 weeks ago. Oh man, his work is still getting out there.
All the link rot.
I know. Okay, HRHoogerbrugge.com/previous does have a lot of his work still up. We've got Born Dead, which is a Facebook installation. Born Dead Diptych contains pairs of people who were either born or died on the date of the post. So that was interesting. Born Dead. Let's see. Okay. From 2021, this post on the left, born 1908, Simon Wiesenthal. Died 1877, Gustave Courbet. On the left, Patti Smith. On the right, El Lissitzky. Okay. On the left, Marianne Faithfull. On the right, Joseph Cornell. Interesting combinations that he's coming up with here.
Yeah.
We've got on the left, Chris Ware, another comics luminary, creator of Jamie Corrigan, Smartest Boy on Earth. And then on the right, died December 28th, 2015, Lemmy Kilmister from Motorhead. So his tastes are very interesting. Yeah, on the left, a picture of Marlene Dietrich in front of the Eiffel Tower, and on the right, a photo of Gustav Eiffel's tower in progress. Some interesting juxtapositions. I think I've got here Shane McGowan, born on the same day that James Brown died. Couldn't be a more stark contrast between those two. Same with Phil Spector and Curtis Mayfield. Okay.
Amazing.
I'm intrigued by seeing more Hans Hoogerbrugge art. So if you go to hoogerbrugge.com, all it has is this vibrating, grotesque-looking man hovering around, and it just says, the bouncer, click. So if you click him, music starts playing, and his mouth opens, and the gold teeth form the word no. And then there's a quote that shows up. A serious and good philosophical work could be written consisting entirely of jokes. And a text at the bottom of the website said, this is not a website, info@hoogerbrugge.com. If you were wondering how to spell this, by the way, I will have that posted throughout the description of the show. But
you will need help.
It is HOOGERBRUGGE.com. But if you hoogerbrugge.com/previous, that's when you get to a nice little site full of stuff like The Link to Born Dead, or the series that he did called Dow Jones, which is a video installation. Classic Disney and other animated characters frantically running, apparently trying to run away from something we cannot see. This is an ever-expanding piece. Midway through 2013, Dow Jones 3 was exhibited at Museum Boijmans Verbeugingen in Rotterdam, this time 3 screens. So there have been 5 editions of the Dow Jones installation. He did write a couple of books here. The Clumsiness, Frustrations, and Awkwardness, 2 volumes of that. You can get the free downloads at this website. Again, hoogerbrugge.com/previous. The Pro Stress Intervention Channel for Salvation and Sanctification, aka PICS, PICSS.
Amazing.
And so it's kind of his weird ass, what I found on the web. Here's Jesus on a cross bungee jumping. Here's the Mona Lisa taking a selfie, things like that. Here's the is that Christopher Walken wearing a Ramones shirt, but it's misspelled Romaines. There's a Photoshop of a baby reading a book that says Tractacus Logico Philosophicus. And Mickey Mouse with one ear cut off, and it says Vincent in the Disney font, and so forth and so on. Pix, the band ABBA, wrapped in tinfoil. It says Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Just a very strange collection of things. But that's Hans Hoogerbrugge. He does the felt tip drawings. So much art, so much cool stuff. A lot of dicks.
Very Dutch.
Very, very Dutch, yes.
Oh, Pope sexy.
Oh, yeah.
I think more Dutch than being like, what if the Pope was fuckable?
Yeah. It would take so long to go through all of Hans Hoogerbrugge's things. But the fact that this website existed and still does is nice. I love to see art experiments happening on the web. There's something, artists, man. They're freaky and we like them. And yes, you can get his mobile number on the website.
Going to create a chat, some sort of bot that connects him with Dan Quinn.
Hans Hoogerbrugge.
Go teach you the violin. Triple digit orgasms.
Get him on Stevia. Yeah, it's going to be great. I was talking to somebody, I can't remember where it was, but I was like, yeah, man, we do the show about old websites. And they're like, oh, did you ever see this Dutch guy? And I was like, what? It was a fascinating, eye-opening journey for me to like, wow, this guy's been doing this forever.
Yeah, and it just feels like there's not a lot of people like that. Like, I feel like now, particularly like with everything being on the whims of algorithms and social media and all that, like people have like a couple months or maybe a couple of years where they're putting in the effort, they're seeing some motion, and eventually they just get fucking burnt out because quite honestly the algorithms are designed to do that.
Yeah, and I think it's just pure happenstance, right? He started in the late 90s, which was like a great time. Yeah. As you can see through some of the stuff that was on the previous pages, he's kind of, okay, he's not exclusively on the web anymore, right? Sure, he's got Born Dead and a few things, but like he's doing actual video installations, like getting out there and getting into galleries, because that's the natural extension. Like that's where you go from this.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, but you could, at the time, could have gotten your start on the web. It was possible. It's a lot harder now.
Yeah, not everyone's going to be Casey Green or...
But even Casey Green is not the household name that I always wish he would be.
Same. I hope that... I mean, I don't know. He had the fucking question hound and...
I know, yeah. There's a few times where he got close, and I think if what I know is coming for him, because I know he's got some animation deal coming up. I don't know what's kosher to say.
Right, but he's got some stuff in the hopper.
Yeah, and hopefully it'll be the thing, you know what I mean, to make him the breakthrough. Because like, there's people that are his contemporaries that are getting HBO deals. So
right, and there's also like some people that have kind of fallen off that were his contemporaries. Like I can't. It's sad that I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but the Spicy Keychain.
Will Laren?
Yeah.
I think Will Laren, again, kind of like Hans Hoogerbrugge, is just he's doing other stuff.
I just like haven't thought or seen you know, you want to talk about the peak Tumblr days. Like,
Yeah.
Will's stuff was always kind of floating around.
I don't know. Maybe he did just.
Maybe he died.
No.
Oh, he took his shop down. That's never good.
Oh no. Patreon.
Oh no.
Oh no. What happened?
Will, baby, where you at?
What the fuck? Oh man, I want to get
Did
that.
you get canceled?
I don't know. I want to get that Punks and Small Dogs shirt that he had for a while there. Will was alongside Perry Bible Fellowship was one of those ones where like, yeah, I'd go check him all the time. I'll have to look into this and report back next week. See what's what.
Concerning.
Exactly. Yes.
We're going to have to fix this.
Yeah, for sure. Well, on that note, it's time for people to know where to harass you on the old web.
Jeez. If you want to harass me, you can head on over to Twitter, Blue Sky, over iShotGuideboard, ISHOTGUYDBORD. You can find me on Instagram at a music photographer. And if you want to check out my photography portfolio of people with their mouths open, you can head on over to assholemusicphotographer.com. You can also head over to theartsstl.com, which is the last and only good media website left in St. Louis, as far as I'm concerned. Jeez.
As far as anyone's concerned.
Laura Jarrell and some other people. Jason Green's been doing some weekly album synopsis. The old editor-in-chief, Generalissimo. Jason Green, good dude. He's been doing media shit in St. Louis for like, God, 20-something years.
Say it forever, yeah.
Jason, where can they tell you to shoot yourself in the head with the bang gun?
I really wish you wouldn't, but if you must, you can find me on Blue Sky as Video Crime. You can find me on Twitter there, but I'm barely there. You can find me... I'm on Discord. I'm on Letterboxd. Anywhere there's a video crime, chances are that's me, VIDEOCRIME. You can find me as part of a podcast that's not this one, called Submitted for the Approval of the Midnight Pals. There I play a fictionalized version of horror icon Stephen King. That is midnight-pals.simplecast.com, or anywhere podcasts are sold. Search up Midnight Pals. A special programming note. This week, Brian and I appeared on former guest Jay Brentstedter's podcast that he co-hosts with Winslow Dumaine, show called I'm From the Internet. It's a two-parter. Part 1 dropped this week. That's I'm From the Internet, IFTI, anywhere podcasts are sold. And it's great. It's about low-tax v. Uwe Boll, a topic we had not somehow covered in our episode.
We had not, and we go over it exhaustively. And
oh yeah,
I ain't saying I got a couple. I ain't saying I'm dropping a lot of zingers in this episode. I'm letting everyone else chew the scenery. Because
I don't know. You got some good ones.
I was gonna say there's one in there that's like, well, I'm never gonna be able to run for public office.
Right, you might as well.
Might as well just still do it.
Just
fucking
send
whatever.
It. Let's go. Yeah.
You disagree?
No.
I'm saying to the people.
Oh, yeah.
This is the will of the Volk.
Exactly right.
I'm a Kayanka Volkism. Kayanka Volkism.
Ein Volk, Ein Reich, Ein Podcaster. Yes, that's so. That's I'm From the Internet. You can find that there. And by the way, their Patreon is extremely affordable. It's $1 a month. They dropped 2 bonus episodes just the other day. One is fantastic. It's about the Ghana movie posters.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Amazing shit.
If you can, support the show. They're great. And you can also support our show in a number of ways. We'll start by, my personal favorite is by you calling us. 314-246-9766. That's 314 AHOY POO if you like to spell with your telephone. The only person so far that has called us this year, sadly, is Jay. and so we really love to hear from you, the audience, especially some of you wonderful Patreon people out there. We've got a few brand new Patreon members, a gentleman by the name of Ken, and of course Jay, joining us. You can also shoot us an email, Jason@4, 8 minutesofdogsbarking.com. Brian with a Y at 4, 8 minutesofdogsbarking.com. Support the show, patreon.com/4 8 minutes of dogs. Be like Jay, be like Ken. Join us we got some cool bonus episodes for you, including the long-lamented breath mint that is part of Thanks I Hate It that happens on our bonus episodes. But also we've got the Mind Zone and the Punishment Tier. The Punishment Tier, still open. We're still getting together what we're going to do this year. Last year we did a 90-minute commentary track for a puke fetish video called Garrow Monster Home Delivery.
Unfortunately, some guy in Texas took our idea.
Really?
Have you not been watching the news about the ice?
Oh, God, no. Damn it.
God damn it. I guess we'll just have to go back to...
I was writing anti-ice on all of my armaments. And
Black's rule.
I was carving a bee backwards in my cheek. Yeah, just...
God.
Yeah, not great. So
Kesh Patel.
The most gullible man alive. I don't know. But anyway, I do that thing, patreon.com/48 minutes of dogs. But anyway.
48 minutes of dogs barking. Phone number is 314... I don't know, 664?
246-9766.
264. I don't know, I was probably about to give...
867-5309.
Give out the phone number for a sandwich shop that doesn't exist anymore.
It's 314 Ahoy Poo. Come on.
Yeah, I'm not smart like that.
I know. That's all right.
I love you. You don't want to know me how many times a week I burn my mouth on hot food.
Buddy.
Like, you'd think I was, as a man nearing 40, that I would be like, I should let it sit for a minute. But no, I'm like, me hungry now. Me need calorie.
Food hot. Me
hot.
ready.
Blood sugar, bad. Drink coffee too fast. Need food.
Pre-workout. Yeah.
I can feel the bugs underneath my skin.
Right. I got to get something in me.
The bugs! They're back! Smoke on that Rich Piano loud pack. Holler at me. I'm getting a haircut. These bitches don't even know. I'm about to tap out.
I'm doing burpees on the Bowflex. Yeah, I don't know. As we always say at this time, namaste, good luck, and all that other stuff that we normally say that I'm not doing it. I love you.
Whatever.
Bye.
Love yourself.
Yep.